I basically I started when I was 8 years old. I went to coin stores with my dad and progressed to go into coin shows and things of that nature, and got hooked right away.
I think that's what I'm doing now with my son. He's 9 years old, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
brought I got interested, and I brought him in, and he's interested, and hopefully it matures to something more.
Which is fantastic because I was able to spend so much time with my father that I probably would have missed otherwise. He worked all the time, so that was one thing that we could both jointly do and have a lot of fun at. Not only that, but enjoy the hobby.
Was there a specific time or a moment that you can recall that got you hooked on coins?
I don't know if there was a specific time or moment, but I think it was a combination of good memories with my father that um, really allowed me to progress. There was times in my life where coins didn't mean that much to me and bullion didn't mean that much to me. But when things started getting a little difficult in my life, I always went back to coins and started working on them again. So I'd always start completing sets that I hadn't completed. So, pre after the 8 years, it was an on and off again because things in life happen and you change your you change what you want to do. Girls become more interesting in teens, and football becomes more interested, and college, and supporting your family. So things change, but when there's hard times, that's when I always came back to coins.
So it was the positive memory and the relationship.
Absolutely,
That's awesome.
absolutely.
And when do you think it was that you realized that there was a possible profit potential in coins and making a business?
Well, after my father and I moved down to Florida, and my family moved down to Florida, my father had decided that he'd like to sell some of the coins he had. And when we went to a lot of the coin stores, unfortunately, the coin stores were there to just basically profit driven and not much on the collectible side. So uh, they wouldn't give you fair dollar for the coins usually back then. So my father and I decided to do shows, or my father decided to do shows, and I was helping him along. So he would buy and sell his coins, and I would help him, and we had a good time. And it actually brought us closer together again. We again started to doing things together later in life.
After football and girls?
After football, girls, family, kids going to college, and all that.
Wow, I love it. Um, do you feel that there's a common denominator that would attract coin enthusiasts?
There's a lot of denominators there. So there's the history, the science, the math, the the unknown, the art, uh, the the investments. I think it's a variety of different things that brings people together, and that's why a lot of collectors collect different things. You you, you have a lot of sub varieties of people. Some people collect tokens, some collect bullion, some collect half dollars, some collect for different variety of reasons. But the one thing that they all do, and the common denominator, is that most of it's coins or coin related. But there's so many other reasons why they do it.
Hmm, passion.
Absolutely.
And have you witnessed any changes in the marketplace recently that may have possibly adjusted your business operation?
Well, I'll be honest with you. For 15 years, my father and I were what were considered vest pocket dealers. We were going from coin show to coin shows on our days off from work and making a part time living that way. And in that 15 years, it was mostly for the love of the coins. A lot of the market was off in the gold and silver. It wasn't as high as it is today. And the people that I found were interested in collecting sets because they love the coins. Lately, in the past couple of years, the things that have changed in my life is that we opened up the store. As soon as we opened up the store, within 6 months, the crash of the stock market occurred. Uh, Fortunately and unfortunately, it has a double edged sword. It's changed the market to where it's primarily a bullion driven market at this point. More people are seeking gold and silver. Now, gold and silver are great investment for anybody to have, and that has changed the landscape of coin collecting. For the past years, numismatics, the rare coins, have somewhat taken a small downturn. Your Morgan dollars, your trade dollars, things like that have decreased in value somewhat, proof sets and things of that nature. And your bullion sales has of course risen. Your gold and silver bullion has risen. What that's done is for the past 2 years is my numismatic business has softened, but my bullion sales have risen. Um, the way that we go about our bullion sales is not a high profit driven market. We make more money off of our numismatics. So yeah, it's changed the landscape of the industry, especially with the collapse of the stock market in 2008. But what we're finding is so many people are recently, as so many people are interested in bullion products, that the people that started back in 2008 are now getting a little bit more invested into the market, and they're saying there's more than bullion. There's coins. And in the past 6 months, the coin business, actually, the numismatic part of it, has risen somewhat back to the levels of 2008. So we're finding that good quality type coins are but now selling again, where when the collapse happened, it was just bullion driven.
So bullion speculation has led more enthusiasts into the market, and now they're spreading into the numismatic side. So it's been a good
Absolutely.
thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the one good thing about coin collecting is that you're never broke. If you have a silver dollar, you have a silver dollar. So
That's a line to quote. I like that. You're never broke. And speaking of silver and gold, do you have any opinion or speculation or advice?
research, find out about ETFs, find out about the COMEX. If you want to invest in gold and silver, check two or three bullion dealers to find your better price. Um, Research what everything is. Know what a sovereign weighs. Know what a Cougaran is. Know how much it weighs. Why a Cougaran is 1 ounce gold, but it weighs over an ounce because there's copper in it. Find out that about the denominations, the 1/10 ounce, the quarter ounce, the half ounce. The more knowledge you have in this industry, the better off you're going to be. And knowing where you should purchase or sell gold or silver relation to spot will make you all that much more wise. And there's great places to find information. The Bullion Desk, KickGo. There's a variety of places that you can find out about gold and silver. Your local coin clubs are a great place. Local coin shows in your area, um, but knowledge is always the key.
Do you have a favorite coin that you collect?
When I started the business, I do have a favorite coin, and it's just, again, it's the most common, everyday, average thing. It's the Jefferson nickel. And it's because that's where I started collecting was Jefferson nickels. My allowance wasn't too big when I was growing up, so when my father would take me to a coin store or coin show or store, he'd always give me my allowance at the show, and I would take that $20. Well, being a kid, quantity means more than quality at times. So, whereas some people were buying silver dollars and buying one, I was buying quantities of coin. Not necessarily making me rich, but trying to find the best for my money as well. And I started out with full step Jefferson nickels and have profited very well from those full step Jefferson nickels over the years.
Very nice. Now, what would you say to someone with an interest in collecting or investing in coins but has yet to take to the big plunge?
Talk to other coin collectors. You're going to get a lot of opinions from a lot of different people. And the one question people ask me all the time is, where do you think spot's going to be next week or next year or next month? I have no idea. If I had a magic wand, I wouldn't see me sitting here having this interview. I would already have made my millions and walked away. But you can find out a lot of information, and you can, and the knowledge that you get from other people and what you take out of it should give you a good indicator of where you think it's going to be, maybe next week or the week after or the week after. But it's only a guess to where it goes, and so you just have to find from other people and better sources and books and internet that you can you can absolutely do well in this industry, and also collecting. There's money to be made in it, but there's also money to be lost.
Well, thank you, Brian. I
You're welcome.
appreciate you taking the time today.
No problem.